Hey everyone, CPO here, and I am at it again with screen protectors for the Boox Note 3. And I just did a video recently installing this guy. This is Elecom. It was sort of a test install. I wanted to see if I liked it. Did it change the way I thought about the Boox Note 3? I did kind of a crappy install. And so this video is going to be testing another version of, oops, I guess I could give it to you the right direction, of the Elecom product. Now they actually have 4 different versions. These are both their drawing versions. This is the one I originally did. This is the one I'm doing today. They also have writing versions, and the writing versions supposedly have more of a pen control feel, as in judging from the photos they have, and they have a rough and a smoother version of those. So rough, smooth, and then they have them for writing. But it looks like the material is a little bit thicker, and the pen sort of digs into it a little bit more, like compresses more like actual paper. I wanted the drawing ones because I want a little bit smoother of a feel. And I think it'll be better for long-term writing. Like I want to get rid of the glassy feel, but I don't necessarily need a lot of friction. That's not really what I'm looking for. So the one I installed originally was the rougher version, and you can see here this scale. The very far left is paper, and then this is how rough it is. This is how slippery it is. And this one is just a little bit to the slipperier side, so just a little bit down from that. And I think that will be a little bit better. And they both are feel like paper. So I know this is in Japanese, so you can't really read it, but you can Google Translate this if you want. I'm going to try this one a little less rough, which I think will probably be a little bit closer to the feel of the Remarkable, at least the Remarkable one I have. So in the last video, I also said I was going to go with the 12-inch bigger one, and I lied, because after I got it installed, the other one, I really liked it, and I like this cutout for the button there. So if I get the big one, I'll have to do my own cutout or figure out something else, because it won't be in the right place. And yeah, so I went ahead and went back with the 11. Besides that, it was on sale, so it was like a lot cheaper. So I still need to trim a little bit off of each edge. I still need to re-radius the corners, except this time I'm doing it completely different. Last time I tried hand cutting with a razor and then scissors, and it just didn't work out very well. We're trimming off a very small piece, and it just didn't work. So this time I'm using a legit like paper trimmer. The other thing I learned is I'm going to make it a little bit narrower than I did last time. Last time I made it to fit just right on the edge, but the problem is if it touches any of the edge, it sort of bubbles up and doesn't fit properly. So I'm going to make it a little bit smaller this time. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do, and you can watch if you like. Now you may not like that, but like that's perfectly fine to me. So if you want to spend time to make them rounded, if you're more than willing and able, go for it. But I think this is going to be just fine for me. So yeah, I don't sweat the small stuff. This is for me, not for the rest of the world. So there we go. Now I have a screen protector that's going to fit. The next thing I want to do is clean this. And I have a little bit of alcohol. This will get all the fingerprints and other smudges off from use. Of course, we have a microfiber cloth. Now, the reason this one was on sale for so cheap is because it's the older installation method. The product is the same, but the other one had the sticker, the affixing sticker stuck into it, which kind of helped with installation. This time, I'm going to use the hinge method. All right, so now I'm going to set this down and get it lined up exactly where I want it. So this is Scotch tape, and I'm going to use it to sort of lock this in place. With a hinge. So now should lay exactly where I want it. Re-clean this surface. The dust tape here. And I'll hang on to that. Now I'm going to remove this. And I want to make this transition happen pretty quickly so that no dust settles on either the screen protector or the book. I have a bubble there. And my hope is that because I've given enough of an edge around the perimeter, that there won't be all of those edge bubbles that normally happen. And I really think my finger works the best at smoothing the edges down. I don't see any dust in here. I think I got it dust free. So I'll remove this Scotch tape. Yeah, I'm pretty pleased with this. I don't see any bubbles. I did have a bubble right here that I was worried about, but it sort of pushed away. All right, let's remove this blue. Beautiful. I don't know if you can see that. That is a nice install, if you ask me. Of course, I'm a little bit biased. Yeah, no bubbles, none of the ugly edge stuff that's going on. So I think two of the contributing things to that is I cut it a little bit narrower than the very edge, which I didn't do last time. And then also I used a sharp straight cutter, the paper cutter. I've got some other projects that I can use it for, so it was kind of a good thing to do. I'm not doing this in a bathroom with a shower running or anything like that. You can certainly do that. I think the key is just to work quick. That's nice. So this is less rough than the one before. Oh yeah. Actually, this one feels a lot like the Remarkable. It even sounds the same. So yeah, I like this one. This is the one for drawing, not writing. There's one for writing and one for drawing. I went with the drawing one, and then there were two options, the rougher and the smoother, and I went with the smoother drawing. So that's what this is. Yeah. Yeah, I like that a lot. So that's it for this video. Hopefully those tips helped you. Again, you can round these if you want, but with my track record of cutting or trimming with a razor round edges, I didn't want those to look nasty, like all bubbly, so I just went ahead and cut them straight across. You can't even really see it. I mean, you can see it because you know it's there right now, but just normal day-to-day use of the tablet, I don't think it's anything that's going to stand out. Now, the glare, there is more glare with this than without it. So I do notice that, but it's not horrible. So that's the only downside of this is even though it's anti-glare, it's not quite as good anti-glare as the factory glass. So time will tell if that bothers me at all or not. So far it hasn't. And the good thing about the books is they have front lighting. So the lighting can make up for glare issues. One tiny little air bubble right there. And when I press it down, it goes away. So, yeah. I think that's as good as it gets right there. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.